Welcome to the Artist Assistance Training for the 2018 International Folk Art Market. Thank you for volunteering. I'm Sandra Wiley, the Associate Director of IFAM Santa Fe. You are part of the largest team of volunteers at the market. You support the 150 artists who come from 50 different countries, ranging from Argentina to Venezuela, from Bhutan to Nepal, and from China to Uzbekistan. Greece is represented for the first time at market this year. I'd like to start by giving you a big picture of your role as an artist assistant. The mission of the International Folk Art Market is to create economic opportunities for and with folk artists worldwide who celebrate and preserve folk art traditions. The International Folk Art Market envisions a world that values the dignity and humanity of the handmade, honors timeless cultural traditions, and supports the work of folk artists serving as entrepreneurs and catalysts for positive social change. IFAM and the artists at the market can't fulfill that mission unless they sell their art. That is your primary role. I will go over the details of how you support that, but please keep in mind, everything you do is toward that end. Starts by working with a team with the other people in your booth, the artist, the other artist assistant, the other people who might be in the booth, such as an interpreter, family members, artist representatives, and your partners who are your block captains. The next piece that supports artist sales is offering excellent guest service. Keeping orders organized and filling out the sales slips are essential to that. But also connect the shopper to the art. Engage the guest, smile at them, invite them into the booth, talk about the art and the artist, answer their questions, and help them become passionate advocates for the art that you're representing. The most important part of your job is accurately writing out the sales slip. Nothing is more important than that. If the sales slip is wrong, that ends up in money that comes directly out of the artist's pocket. They are paid from the sales slip, so it's critical that the slip is accurate. Your block captains will be checking in to make sure that everybody knows how to write them accurately. And if the block captain asks you to make an adjustment in how you're writing those slips, please follow their instructions. It is very important to follow our system. You'll manage the packages for the guests who return to pick up their items that they paid for, or for the concierge to pick up. So please make sure that the correct slip goes with the correct order and that they're organized and easy to find. If you're not busy writing sales slips, support the artist by making sure that they have water, snacks, or a meal, and encourage them to take a break if necessary. But please don't leave the booth to do any of this. Notify the block captain, the water team, or the artist hospitality team who can help you with any of these items. In addition to the tasks you perform, it's also very important that you show up on time and that you work your full shift. We have over 4,000 volunteer shifts to fill throughout the entire market. We simply don't have additional volunteers waiting to step in. You are partnered with block captains when you're working your shift. Your block captains are there to guide and support you, and they're supported by the artist assistant volunteer chairs, also referred to as super block captains. They'll all be wearing yellow aprons. Go to them or flag them for anything that you need. Work with your block captains to get your bathroom breaks, or if you need water or refreshments. If you're working all day as an artist assistant, work with your block captain to get a lunch break and to go to the second artist booth if you're helping two different artists. If you're expecting another artist assistant to show up at the end of the morning shift and it's getting late, please notify the block captain. They're very busy at shift change, so they may not know that you are waiting. Now let's talk a little bit about the sales process. You should have received an email confirmation for your shift. In that email was a link to the artist's profile. Please take the time to read about your artist. If you have some additional time, you can spend a little time on the internet Googling information about their art form. When you arrive at the booth, and if there's time, talk to the artist and ask them to tell you more about themselves, about their art form and technique, and any other important details that you and shoppers might find interesting. When you arrive at your booth, there will be a container with the following items. There will be instructions about how to close out the shifts at the end of the day. There will be an artist assistant instruction booklet, a Ziploc bag for the gold receipts, sales books containing the sales slips, a plastic tarp in case it rains, shopping bags for purchases, green concierge flags, a box of small office supplies including a stapler, pens, paper clips, price tags and stickers, strings, and a calculator for computing any discounts offered on Sunday and for calculating the concierge totals. Now I'm going to pass this to Deborah Weinberg, one of our regional coordinators, to explain the sales process.
Hi, this is Deborah Weinberg. Welcome, everybody. We're so happy you're joining us. Let's turn now to filling out the sales slip, which you can see on your screen. There will be 8 books of sales slips in each booth. Most of the books will be pre-printed with the booth number. This should save time and prevent omitted booth numbers. Some books may not have the pre-printed booth number, so be sure to write it in. Please do not borrow sales books from another booth. All books are assigned to a specific booth, even if they don't have a pre-printed booth number. If you need more than 8 books, please go to the supply office next to the visitor center. Note that there are 4 colored slips: white, yellow, pink, and gold. How each is used is written on the bottom of the sales slip, so you don't have to worry about memorizing this. When a customer comes to your booth and picks out her purchases, she then goes to the artist assistant to write up the items. Please remember to press down hard when you write. First, you fill in the customer's first and last name. Write the first initial of the last name in a square. This is important because it's how the purchase will be alphabetized and organized before pickup by the customer. Then fill out the cell number, date and time of the purchase. Please write the artist's name next to the pre-printed booth number. Please note you should remind the customer that items will be held in the booth for up to 3 hours, after which they will be returned to inventory. Always ask the artist before returning an object to inventory. Sometimes the artists are willing to wait longer than the 3 hours. AAs will call the cell number if a customer doesn't return to check the status of the purchase. Please do not leave your booth until all packages are picked up or returned to inventory. Okay, now's the time to write up the purchases. Write the quantity and simple description of the purchased item. Check with the artist how they want it described. For example, one jacket at $58, one small wall hanging at $75, and one bed cover at $200. The price is always the unit price. When writing up multiple items that are the same, once again, use only the unit price. For example, 5 bracelets at $10 each, not 5 bracelets at $50. Then circle the line with the multiple and put a star on the top of the sales slip. This will alert the cashier that there is a multiple item that they have to calculate. You do no calculations. Please remember to circle the multiple and put a star on top. This is very important. Put the items into the shopping bag and staple the gold slip to the left-hand corner of the bag for storing alphabetically in a bin for later pickup. If you're working Friday setup, make sure your booth has 2 plastic bins for organizing purchases. If you think you might need more, you can ask your block captain, who will be wearing a yellow apron, for some large cardboard boxes. The best way to organize the purchases is in alphabetical order by last name in the bins. This makes pickup quick and efficient. Hand the white, yellow, and pink slips to the customer and remind them to return in 3 hours. You can recommend that they do all their shopping at the different booths, collect all their slips, and then visit the cashier at one time. It should make things easier for the customer. The cashier will keep the white sales slip. When the customer returns to your booth to pick up their purchase, make sure their yellow slip is marked paid. Match it to the gold slip on the bag and hand the bag to the customer. It's always a good idea to have the customers take a quick look into their bag to confirm that the items are correct before leaving. Place the yellow slip into the large plastic baggie marked Friday, Saturday, or Sunday. AAs who work the last shift of each day should try to put the yellow slips in the bag in numerical order. You can find the sales slip numbers on the right upper corner of the sales slip. This will be helpful to the artist at closeout. At the end of the day, the artist should take the baggie with the yellow slips with them when they leave the market. Remember, these yellow sales slips are like cash. This is how your artist will get paid. If you need to cancel a sales slip, just write void and place all 4 copies in the baggie with the yellow slips. If a customer doesn't return to pick up the purchase, write did not pick up on the gold slip and put it in the baggie with the other yellow slips. It's also possible that a runner from a cashier might bring a voided slip back to your booth with an unwanted product. Just put the slip in the baggie and return the product to inventory. Artists can choose to discount after 1 o'clock on Sunday. Please note this is 1 hour earlier than last year. Colored discount signs will be in the plastic booth box for you to use and post the discount percentage. Calculate the discounted price only on the sales slip. This year, there will be a new concierge service piloted at the market. A concierge shopper will pay for the service that's good for the entire weekend. It will enable them to have a runner pick up their purchases and to pay for their purchases at the concierge service area, which is in the Botanical Garden parking lot. Concierge shoppers will be wearing a badge with a clearly marked concierge number. You can see on this badge the number is 201. Here's how it will work. If the shopper says he or she is part of the concierge program, the AA will do the following. Step 1, fill out the sales forms as usual. Do not tear them out from the book yet. Place the sales book to the side so you can refer to it, and take a green concierge flag. It is handy to have your calculator and a pile of green concierge flags ready next to your sales slip book. Write on the top of the green flag the name of the shopper and the shopper's concierge number. On the bottom of the flag, the AA writes the shopper's name, the shopper's concierge number, and the receipt number. Note, the receipt number and sales slip number are the same thing. Next, the AA writes the total amount spent. You can use the calculator in your booth box for this purpose. Please carefully calculate any multiples on your sales slip. Please note this is the only time, I repeat, only time, an AA will total the amount on a sales slip. Totals are only made for a concierge customer on the bottom of the green flag. Now you can tear out the sales slips. As usual, attach the gold sales slip to the left corner of the shopping bag and hand the rest of the slips to the concierge customer. Next, tear off the perforated top portion of the green flag. The green flag top portion gets stapled onto the right corner of the shopping bag. Please have it stick up and be very visible so that concierge runners can spot it quickly. The runners will be wearing neon green vests. The bottom portion of the green flag is placed in the large yellow baggie with the other yellow sales slips. This is very important since the bottom of the green flag will be the record of the sale for the artist. Try to put all your concierge shopper purchases together in one portion of your alphabetized purchase pickup area. It will speed pickup. Concierge runners will frequently pass through the booths picking up all the purchases with green flags. The runners will bring them to a central concierge service area where they will be organized and paid for. After the customer pays for their purchase at the concierge tent, the runner will return the yellow sales slip marked paid to the booth and hand it to the AA, who will exchange it for the green card in the plastic receipt baggie. Let me repeat that. After the customer pays for their purchase at the concierge tent, the runner will return the yellow sales slip marked paid to the booth and hand it to the AA, who will exchange it for the green card in the plastic receipt baggie. If for some reason toward the end of the shift you see a concierge purchase that has not been picked up, please notify your block captain, or you can call the concierge line to tell them you need a pickup. The number will be in the Artist Assistant information booklet that you will find in your booth box. Remember that this year the concierge service is very, very small, only 100 shoppers. So each booth may only have a few concierge items for pickup by concierge runners. You can always contact your block captain if you have questions. Thanks so much to all of you. Good luck at this year's market. Enjoy, and I hope to see you at the market.
Thank you, Deborah, for providing the sales instructions. Here are just a final few details. On Sunday, we feature the Children's Passport Program. Children will be coming around to the booths with a little passport. They'll ask for the flag of the country where your artist comes from. You will have been given flag stickers in advance, so please hand them out to the children who come by the booth. Also, the children will be asking for something new this year. We are giving them instructions about how to say hello in different languages. They'll come to your booth asking how to say hello in that language or practicing what we have shown them. Please practice this yourself and notify the artist that the children will be doing the same. We'd like to give them the opportunity to learn a new language, especially one from a far corner of the world. You'll be given the same sheet so you can see the translations we've given the children, as hello can be said in multiple ways in different countries. A note, there should be no cash transactions in your booth whatsoever. The artists are very well aware of that rule. Please do not leave the booth if things are slow. Check in with a block captain if things seem slow, and they may reassign you or they may just ask you to hang out. But please don't just leave. If it rains, use the plastic sheets provided in the booth box to cover the artwork and help the artists if there's anything they need to lift up off the ground. There are clamps that you may need to use to clamp the tarp, and only put the tent sides down as a last resort, as they're difficult to put back up once the rain stops. If you're volunteering on Friday morning to help the artists with booth setup, please do not get involved in determining the price of products. The pricing is predetermined by the selection committee with the artists. Please be flexible and work with the block captains. If they ask you to move to another booth because a volunteer didn't show up, please be flexible and cooperate with the block captain. On Sunday evening, please help the artist pack up before you leave. Don't worry about missing the volunteer shuttle. We promise we won't leave you behind. You'll get the shuttle back to the parking area. Plan to arrive at Museum Hill 30 to 60 minutes before your shift so you can get a bite to eat, find your booth, and get settled in. If you haven't already picked up your shirt and badge, you can arrive early to do that as well. Note that after 5 o'clock on Friday, you'll not be able to come in the front gate without your badge. You'll need to come around the back to the volunteer entrance where the volunteer shuttle drops off. Your t-shirt and badge give you entry to the market from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. on Saturday and 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. on Sunday. If you have not purchased tickets for the Friday night gala or the Saturday morning early bird shopping, please do not try to get into shop during those times. You can also bike to the museum and park your bike at the bike valet area. The bike valet volunteers get there as early as they can, so please be patient if they have not yet arrived first thing on Saturday morning. There will not be an Uber drop-off at the main area this year as there was last year. Here are a few things that you might want to bring with you. Be sure to bring sunscreen, a hat, and maybe even an umbrella for some sun or rain protection. Dress comfortably. Shorts are welcome, as are jeans. And bring a water bottle. There will be water stations for you to fill your water bottle. The volunteer hospitality area will have snacks and refreshments, but we are unable to provide full meals. If you have dietary restrictions, please bring food. And if you're working 2 shifts back to back, either bring lunch or cash to purchase lunch in the food court. We cannot allow personal items to be left at the volunteer hospitality tent, so please bring a backpack or a bag of some sort that you can keep with you. Please check out our website to see all of the other events that are going on before, during, and after the market. You were invited to the community celebration on the evening of Thursday, July 12th in the Santa Fe Plaza. It's free and open to the public and begins at 5:30 p.m. Also new this year, tickets are available for the Felicidades event on Sunday evening. We hope you'll join us to celebrate a successful market at the Santa Fe Farmers Market. Tickets are available online. Finally, please take a few minutes to review all the information on our website. look at the events happening on our events and schedule page, learn a little bit about the artist application process, as guests will often ask about that, and take a look at what we have going on in Texas at our Dallas wholesale market and our Arlington sister market. Thank you again for volunteering. We so appreciate your help because we truly couldn't do this market without you. Thank you for referring your friends and family to volunteer, and we look forward to seeing you at the market.